Okay, you see my aluminum piles, not much left here. There's still aluminum kicking around, but I'm gonna clean this mess up here. Important to, you know, always throw the garbage out. Don't leave it laying around too long. Otherwise, your yard will be all garbage. See, all these have, you know, aluminum still in them, so throw in the shred pile. Okay. Okay, now I have to, I want to get my wire ready to take that since I'm going to scrap here. Since I'm going there. Those black ones here. Not cable, but it's just like a data type. Oh, it's heavy. that one. That one. See how much water gets here. Crazy amounts of water. Okay. Okay, let me just get everything organized here. There's a little bit of wire I have to trim still. That's that one. This one here. Okay, stand by. This one maybe. This is good, erect. Probably still good. plugs. Got a lot of gold plating on these plugs, and they're usually pretty good. On some, not all of them. Okay, let me just gather a few more things here and there. Okay. Some of these rads aren't completely clean. They're pretty clean, but holy smokes. There's still plastic on some of this stuff. I don't know how picky they're going to be. That one's pretty heavy. Must be double or something. It's pretty heavy. Aluminum. Garbage. No, it's copper. It's maybe 40 pounds, maybe, this stuff here. That one's steel there. This is stainless. Okay. So we're going to show you a little bit better now. So I paid $200 for all this. $200. So what's your opinion? How much do I lose or how much do I win? Probably not a lot, but it's a little piece of plastic here. I don't know how picky they're going to be, but can't get it all. I mean, some of that I can get number one, but it's kind of all. Okay. I'm gonna find another container where I can kind of chuck away. We're gonna put a little bit more wire here for the taps. So they'll have to deal with. I want to keep that pot because I'm thinking of getting a garden this year a little bit. This one's got a little bit of magnetic to it. I'll take it to the Asian yard. See? It's kind of not really, but a little more on the bottom, see that? But we'll see. So I'm going to 2 scrap yards. This is my, well, I recoup $200. And the rest will be basically profit, I guess. Okay, we've got a recap here. All this here is going to the other yard. That's like more like better number 2 insulated. This is kind of a lower grade insulated. This is like a data cable. So, and 1 sink that goes to 1 yard. This goes to my main yard. And I sell all's number 2. This could almost be number 1, but anyways, so rads, aluminum bumper. This is kind of like a data cable. It could be like a telephone line or something like that. Brass here. So all this is 1 yard. I paid $200 for this batch here. So we'll see what it gets. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, I got back to scrapyard. Ended up selling everything on the main yard here. You'll see why I chose that opinion to sell it all there. Okay, so let's go for basically the wire. They paid low grade price for all the wire. So, and I sold the sink there. Sink was we'll show you in 1 second here. But can't believe brass price is super high right now. Brass is doing really good. I can't believe how high brass is right now. Let me pull over for a second here and we'll tell you a couple prices here. But I'm thinking there's a shortage of brass right now. Maybe something to do with maybe people are buying so much ammunition. It seems like there's a big shortage of ammunition everywhere, and those are usually brass casings, but that's just a theory, who knows. But anyways, it could be arms too. Okay, copper number 2 insulated wire, $1.14 a pound I got for the low grade. So the computer cutoffs, they mixed everything as low grade. Extension cords all the same, low grade. So I had 140 pounds in all the buckets, 4 buckets. I had the data cable mixed in with low grade and the other stuff. 159.55. So 140 for that. Or sorry, 140 pounds. Okay, now big question: did I make any money on that that scrap pickup? I paid $200 for it. Guy was a friend of mine. Ended up his driver license expired, so they borrowed his friend's car. And what they did is they put everything in a car, and then he went there with a passport, and they didn't accept his passport for some reason. I don't know what the hell. It was like a recycling center. It wasn't really a scrapyard, but they said no. We want actual valid picture ID of some sort besides this. I don't know. Maybe that was expired too. I don't really know. But anyways, the end result is they said, hey, you know, we got so many pounds of this, so many pounds of that, and I thought, okay, whatever. You know, I don't have a scale with me. It must be. I get $200 in my pocket. Let's go. If you're interested, I'll buy it. Sight unseen type things, which I did. Okay, so it ended up aluminum radiators clean. It was 60 cents a pound. 47 pounds was $28.14 for the radiators. So what the guy did at the scrapyard, well, the old sheet was the bumper. Bumper was 67 cents a pound, and the bumper weighed 10 pounds exactly, 670 for the bumper. That was aluminum bumper for a car. Okay, yellow brass, unbelievable. $2.76 pounds, or what am I saying? $2.76 for yellow brass. I had 19 pounds at $52.44. So yellow brass is a king right now. That's that metal's doing really good, better than copper, considering brass is a very heavy item, right? And it's really common. Brass is everywhere. Okay, number 1 copper is down in price, $4.40 a pound. So that was two big round pipes. He separated that because we knew they were kind of clean. So that was number one, and that was 4.40 a pound, 35.20, and that was 8 pounds. Those 2 pieces of copper. Then what he said, the wire, he let it go as Bear Bright, the wire. So Bear Bright was 4.47 for Bear Bright. 4.47 a pound. And it was 4 pounds total. At 17.88 for that little piece of copper wire. You seen that little spool there. So it's getting expensive. And then remember that insulated wire where I was cutting the jacket out? I could have probably left it insulated, would have got the same price, I would think. That's what it would have been. I thought it would be more money, which you never know. Usually, you know, I go to Asian yard and they kind of pay better when it's like that. These guys are big yards, they don't care. They pay usually less, but this time they're paying more. So number 2 copper insulated was in that little pail, or was in, yeah, it was put in that little pail. So $1.14 a pound, and it had 14 pounds at $15.96 for that little pail. So I had 130 pounds of total weight. That's everything I got for my buddy. Came out to $305 even. So I made, you know, I made $100, which was good. I'm happy. I was hoping to make $100 anyways, but you know, it worked out really good. I had to clean a couple things. You saw I cleaned a few things. Some of the BX that he gave me was all steel. Wasn't even aluminum. So you know, that's just gonna go for steel. But anyways, it ended up pretty good. There it is, $305. $305. Okay, so if you got brass right now, I think prices are really good. I never seen brass that high ever. That's the first time I've seen that high. But you gotta remember, I deal higher volume, so I might get a few cents, maybe 5 cents more. So you're still looking at close to 270, I would think, you know. Copper's kind of dipped a little bit, not much, just a little bit. You know, but still really good, right? It's still good. So any event is very successful, good scrap run. I'd say close to $500 on everything. So I got one. Well, I paid $200 for the first load, so I made $105. And then on this second load here was one, I don't know, 160 or whatever it was. I can't remember, but 160, I believe, or something. Let me look again. Yeah, 162. So I made 162 something. So I made 262. Yeah, 262, 267, something like that. So not too bad. On today's scrap run, the first scrap run of $300 is $200 is already spent out of that, right? So still pretty good. I cleaned up a couple of big buckets in my yard and went around my yard. Cleaned a lot of different wires and cut cords, separated a few things. Got rid of that sink. The sink was lightly magnetic, but very little. It wasn't 100% stainless steel, but it was like 95%, you know. There's different grades of stainless steel, like I said. There's at least 3. One that sticks really hard, one sticks a little bit, very little traction, and one that doesn't tract at all. So anyways, pretty good scrap run. Happy about that. Got rid of the wire now, and you know, the biggest thing is getting my yard organized. I got an inspection in Langley today, so it's a really old, creepy old house. Looks like it's ready to fall down, farmhouse. Next to the horseshoes, where I did all those horseshoes, I think I don't know if I videotaped it. I walked there, and the house was ready to fall down, I would think, and looks like a creeper house. But we're gonna go there. That's my second portion of video, and take a video, and maybe I can find more things. There was a bathtub in that shed, which I might grab. And right now, propane tanks are really hot right now. We got buyers that want to buy them all day long. I got one guy who wants to buy 20 at a time. Every 2 weeks he needs 20. And he refills them once, throws them in the garbage. Basically what they do is, he refills them once, seals something, a deck or something, and they goes to Japan, and it ends up going to the scrapyard in Japan. So end result is he was buying the brand new at $50 a tank. Now he's buying for $10 a tank. So I sold probably over 50 tanks in the last 3 days. 50 tanks are gone or more. So I must have pulled in close to about anywhere over $900 in about 3 or 4 days. That was my cut, so that's half of that. So accumulations in my garage, people say I'm a hoarder. Well, there's a lot of value there. I'm not hoarding pure trash. Like, a hoarder is a hoarder that hoards garbage. Like, I'm talking about trash. Instead of going into the garbage can, it goes in their house. That's kind of a hoarder. Or there's a hoarder that hoards, you know, might hoard certain things, you know, but there's different type of hoarders, right? Same with scrap metal. I held off on some scrap metal. I made 50% more on my aluminum, just holding off and, you know, doing other things. And like I say, I know the market is opening up big time, but that's why I'm starting to sell now, because the prices are getting good. But, you know, I have to go through my garage, because if I could pull, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 out of my garage, imagine if I start digging more, how much more crap there is I can sell, plus my own garage. And plus I got so many tools and just things I'll probably never use, so we have to sell those too. Maybe make a toolbox, you know, basic tools, and sell them as a lot, maybe. We'll see. But in any event, I appreciate all my subscribers and all the comments I get daily. I really appreciate that, guys. You guys are number one. I appreciate it. Thank you. And to all my haters, that's it. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.